Okay, here's the boat, and while I'm showing you around the boat, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of this boat. I bought this from a guy, 90, maybe 90 years old. He lives up near Magic Mountain. His wife just passed away. Please bear with me. His wife just passed away. He had this boat. His son bought him a new boat. So that's why he's selling this boat. He didn't want to get rid of it. He loved this boat. He took it halibut fishing around the Oxnard area. Okay, when I got it, it was this tan that you see underneath, and it had a top layer of green. I'll send you pictures. Whoever is interested, I'll send pictures of what it used to look like, how much work we put into it. We sanded all of the green stickers down and all of the paint down to near bare aluminum. We painted the boat with top boat marine aluminum paint. These scuffs probably cleaned out. I do have some more of the top boat paint to cover some of these scuffs. They're just from the bumpers and me doing a crappy job putting the boat back on the trailer at Los Alamitos. Okay, so as far as the trailer is concerned, didn't do a whole lot to the trailer. I was going to paint it black. There's some rust showing here. Everything seems to work just fine. This is a brand new spare tire. I was driving this thing home from San Diego when one of the tires blew, so put the spare on the trailer and replace the spare. That's all I've done. And I made the mistake of losing an anchor, getting stuck, so I bought this 22-pound Lewmar claw anchor. I had a boat a long time ago, and nothing's worse than your anchor not setting. So I bought this oversized anchor, which is great. In the harbor, it sets by itself. You just drop in the boat's good. Okay, now as far as the trailer is concerned, it's a double axle trailer. It's original. I put this decal on it. I call it the Badfish. I put the swim ladder on it. Telescoping swim ladder. Just got it, never even used it. This is an Evinrude 132 stroke engine. The person before me, the guy said that his mechanic said these engines are great. If you treat them well, they'll last forever. I painted it black. I took off all the Evinrude stickers because they're so damaged by the sun. Here are the transducers. There are two GPSs on this boat. One of them, this one, is for the new Garmin 9-inch transducer with GPS fish finder sounder. Okay, I think it looks way better than when I got it. As far as the engine is concerned, I replaced the water pump. Let's see, I replaced the gear oil, changed the spark plugs, brand new spark plug wires. I think that's it. I did a compression test. Everything came out to 90 something psi, but they're all even. I found out that that's pretty typical of an old motor. All right, let's hop on. Got this big bait tank. Put these rod holders on here. Bait tank works great. Scuba live bait from Long Beach will last all day. Got these power set up. I have two batteries. One battery here. You can see the power here. These seats fold up. Seats fold up. The second battery is there. Both batteries are brand new. Did not want to get stranded with old batteries. So those are brand new. Cranks up real good. The battery on the right is for running all the accessories when you're on the water, like the bait tank and the bilges. The battery on the left is for cranking. So battery 1, that's this one. when I get out to my fishing spot, I turn that off. Okay, got pole holders there, pole holder there. I just added these because the rod holders here were pointed the same direction, so I wanted something that kind of went out in a different direction. I put these cheap Amazon plastic cup holders, 4 of them on the boat. Has a good fire extinguisher. It's a 2-stroke, so you have to add oil. That's where the oil goes. Okay, this at first this thing had a cover, but I took it off because it was so old. This is the original vinyl that was on this boat. I changed that. These are original. I just painted over them with vinyl paint. Let's see, so this area right here actually works really well. I put all my tackle, all my Plano boxes back here when I'm fishing. It works really well. Okay, so as far as the floor is concerned, I didn't get to this front part yet. This is the original vinyl. It has this ugly tan color. So what I did was I took all of this out and I replaced it. So what you're seeing here is brand new gray vinyl on 3/4 inch plywood, all new. Okay, and what I also did was when I pulled the flooring out, I put new marine foam, closed cell foam, so the boat is more buoyant. The configuration wasn't like this at all. It had tanks here, which I didn't like. They're useless. They're too big. If you look at old Crestliner photos, they came out to like here, and the latch was or the door was so small you couldn't fit fish in. It was obvious that the previous owner wasn't using them, so I just built these wooden boxes to hold the chairs. Works well. I put milk crates with all my tackle and extra stuff in there. I'm not very proud of this, but I put this in here just to stabilize that box and give a step up to the walk around. Okay, so all these seats are original. Captain's chair, it's co-pilot chair. Okay, you got rocket launchers up here. All of this here, all the metal was chrome. Okay, so what I did was used self-etching black spray paint for that. All right, so, and I still have the door to this right here where the VHF radio is. I don't know, I like it open. And as far as the cockpit is concerned, again, the cockpit's original. You can see he did the wiring for a lot of the switches. Has a radio. I fixed it. It didn't work when I got it. Some more cup holders. This is probably what I would replace next. It still works just fine. Just it could be a little bit smoother. Okay, so this is the original GPS. It's old. It's about 7 years old. I looked it up. It's nothing compared to the Garmin 9-inch GPS fish finder that I put in here. These were all chrome. I painted all that as well. Okay, I painted the top black. Let's give you a look. Actually, before I do that, okay, you have access to the fuel tanks. There's a switch. You can switch from the 50-gallon tank over to the 30-gallon tank, so you got 80 gallons. Okay, so this was all tan here. I painted it, but I don't think I did a very good job scraping it. Some of the paint's coming off. As you can see, I was gonna scrape this or sand this down and put another coat of gray paint on it. This is top boat paint as well. It just didn't stick as well as I would have liked. All right, so let's go into the cuddy. The cuddy's huge, which is really nice. Okay, excuse the mess. Okay, so here's the cuddy cabin. Very big. Power washed everything. Clorox everything multiple times, so everything's very clean. All right, let's take a look at the panel here. Ignore the cheap horn. That horn isn't great. All right, here's the back of the boat. Looks like spaghetti, but everything works fine. I put that new power switch in there, which is really nice. The old one was kind of rusted out. That one works really well, very easy to manage. Okay, and this is for the solar. It has solar panels on top, and underneath there is a commode, but one of the little plastic pieces fell off, and I really don't like, people using the commode there. But if you wanted to, you could. It has a pump out. Pump out is here. Never used it, so I can't really comment on how well it works. It's just a pipe to the commode, so I'm sure it works just fine. Okay, so actually let's go back here. Okay, when I bought this, it had a windlass, but the windlass was very old. There was a battery sitting here, which I didn't like, so I took the battery out. I took the windlass out, and again, I don't like anchors not holding. Pretty big anchor locker. So what I did was when I got this Lewmar, I added I got probably 30 feet of chain, maybe 20 to 30 feet of chain, and probably about 250 to 300 feet of rope. Okay, that way I don't have to worry about it setting anywhere. This opens to the cuddy cabin, which is really nice. Kids love to go in and out of that, keep that open for air. Okay, as far as the front of the boat is concerned, I put this spotlight for night, and then you have the anchor light. Okay, which works just fine. Then you have the navigation lights. This one I kicked off when I was fishing, or when I was pulling up the anchor one day. That needs to be replaced. I think it's like $10 on Amazon. Nice thing about this boat is it's all aluminum. Everything's aluminum. So this is aluminum. The floor here is aluminum. I did put a what's it called? It's a special paint. It's kind of rubberized that gives this walkway a little bit of grip. I'm not pleased with it. What I was planning to do is putting some thick marine adhesive sticker. I have forgotten. It's escaping me what it's called right now. Okay, so here's the top. It has solar panels. The solar panels, when the switches are on position, it does give a charge to the batteries. I did not measure it. I would think it gives about 2 amps. Okay, and here's the VHF antenna. All right, so once again, an awesome fishing boat. It's not beautiful. It's not showroom, but it has a huge area for fishing, and it has all the accessories that you need. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, okay. So since I got rid of the windlass, which I'll include with this boat if anyone who buys it wants it, but instead of using the windlass, I use an anchor ball. If you YouTube anchor ball, it's a pretty interesting way to pull up your anchor with minimal strain. Okay, I bought new bumpers from Bass Pro Shops. Got 4 of them. Let's see. Still, there's a lot of things I wanted to do to this boat. Like the original lights I took off. I was gonna put LED spotlights on there, but I never got around to it. And I think, as I mentioned on the listing, I just bought this boat I think about 3 months ago. I spent 2 weeks, almost full time, almost 3 weeks fixing this up, repainting it, taking off the paint. Did a lot of work. now I'm ready for a new one. So right here, that's for your wash down. If you I have the attachment for that. You can attach to any regular hose and wash the deck down if there's blood on the deck, anything like that. I think that's about it. It's pretty simple boat. I think for the right person, it's a great boat. We've been to San Diego Harbor, we've been to Huntington Flats, Horseshoe Kelp, around Long Beach Harbor many times. My next trip was going to be to Catalina. I have not done that yet, but I mean, when we're in the harbor, we drive around for an hour and a half, so I'm sure it can get to Catalina with no issues. Okay, new rod holders in the front there. New rod holder up there. The dry weight of this boat, I believe, is about 2,300 pounds. The gas, about 80 gallons at 8 pounds a gallon, so about 670 pounds. So, and then the trailer with everything, the whole setup, towing comes out to less than 5,000 pounds, which makes it very easy to tow. I tow with my Ford Explorer Sport, no issues. One thing I was going to add is a trailer weight distribution bar, but haven't got around to that yet. Built this little cutting board to fit right here. It's not beautiful, but it gets the job done. Let's see. Oh, put in a new bilge plug, put in a new filter. If you look under here is there's a new fuel filter, replace that. Okay, and then put in, you'll notice down there, I put in another bilge pump. There is a bilge pump in there. I just wanted two of them. I didn't know the boat well, having family on here. I just felt better to have multiple bilge pumps. The boat remains completely dry. I mean, if you run this bait tank, there'll be a little bit of water leakage from the bait tank, but if you take the bait tank out and shut off all the water that goes to the bait tank, the boat will be completely dry. You could be in the water for 6, 7, 8 hours and the bilge will be completely dry. Let's see. Oh, when I took the floor out, I power washed everything because it was never washed, never cleaned. So she's ready to go. Can't think of anything else. All the instruments, the instrument cluster, everything works. Works just fine. The two gas tanks register how much gas they have when they're turned on. And yeah, as far as it running, probably make another video either the next time I get out on the water, if I still have the boat, if it doesn't sell by then. If not, I'll hook it up to a hose using the earmuffs. And since I've gotten this boat, I've been using Salt Away every time I flush out the engine. So after every time this engine is getting the salt, it's getting desalted with Salt Away. All right, so I think that's a good practice. Yeah, can't think of anything else. Hope this shows enough. As far as the trailer's concerned, as I mentioned, I didn't do a whole lot on the trailer. I did re-grease each wheel. I put new bearing covers on here, and I re-greased everything. One thing that's nice about this setup is it has this hose attachment, so when you get out of the water, you connect your hose to it and it pushes water through the axles just to give it an extra clean, get all that salt water flushed out. But yeah, the boat's in great condition. All the lights work, trailer hitch works just fine. She is, I believe, 23 feet 5 inches, probably the biggest thing that you can get to tow with something like this. Okay, my tow capacity on this vehicle is only 5,000 pounds, and so I think maybe she's about 4,300 pounds. So that gives a little bit of room, a little extra. I've had absolutely no issues towing her as far as going up and down hills and stuff. No issues. Maneuverability, no issues. Let's see. And so for me, the choice was I can get a 18-foot fiberglass boat, and that's going to weigh about the same, or I can get an aluminum boat, and there just aren't that many aluminum boats out there that have this kind of fishing area. So it's a great boat for the right person. If you like the boat, let me know, and what we can do is we can take her out on the ocean. We can take her or I can hook her up to the earmuffs and you can hear the engine run, or if I can take her to a mechanic, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.